Alan Shepard astronaut Alan Bartlett, Shepard Jr., an American astronaut and the first American to travel into space, as well as one of the few individuals to have walked on the moon. He was the second person to travel into space after the Soviet cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin. Born in New Hampshire, Shepard embarked on a military career following his graduation from the United States Naval Academy. He served in World War II and transitioned to a naval aviator in 1947, and then later a test pilot in 1950. November 18, 1923, September 16, 1998, aged 74, cause of death, leukemia. Florence Griffith Joyner sprinter. Florence Griffith Joyner, commonly known as FloJo, was an American track and field athlete who still holds the world records for the 100 meters and 200 meters sprints. This is the longest held of any such record, possibly due to an unrecorded tailwind on the day. December 21, 1959, September 21, 1998, aged 38, cause of death, an epileptic seizure. Carl Perkins, rockabilly guitarist. Carl Perkins was an American musician and songwriter who gained national fame with his first hit single, Blue Suede Shoes, released in 1956. This track was one of the first songs to top 3 different charts: country, rhythm and blues, and popular music. April 9, 1932, January 19, 1998, aged 65. Cause of death, complications from several minor strokes. Frank Sinatra. Jazz singer and actor Frank Sinatra, often dubbed Old Blue Eyes, was an American singer and actor who remains one of the most influential musical artists of the 20th century. He was one of the best-selling artists of all time, with more than 150 million records sold worldwide. December 12, 1915, May 14, 1998, aged 82. Cause of death, heart failure. Archie Moore, light heavyweight world champion, December 1952, May 1962, who had one of the longest professional careers in the history of the sport. He holds the record for the most career knockouts with 131. December 13, 1913, 1998, aged 84. Cause of death, heart failure. Tammy Wynette, country singer. Tammy Wynette, born Virginia Wynette Pugh, May 5, 1942, April 6, 1998, was an American country music singer, considered among the genre's most influential and successful artists. May 5, 1942, May 1, 1998, aged 55, cause of death, lung blood clot. Helen Wills Moody, tennis player, considered the first American-born woman to achieve international celebrity as an athlete. She won 19 Grand Slam singles championships. October 6, 1905, December 5, 1998, aged 92, cause of death, natural causes. Sonny Bono, songwriter and politician Sonny, dropped out of high school to pursue a career as a songwriter, landing work as promotion man and staff writer at Specialty Records, and then with Phil Spector. Early works were recorded by Don and Dewey, the Righteous Brothers, and Sam Cooke. His biggest hit came with the Searchers covering Needle and Pins. February 16, 1935, January 5, 1998, aged 62, cause of death, skiing accident. Enoch Powell. British politician Enoch Powell was a British politician known for his controversial views on race, immigration, and entry into the economic union. Powell was a classical scholar and served in the army before being elected to the British Parliament as a Conservative MP in 1950. June 16, 1912. February 8, 1998, aged 85. Cause of death, natural causes. Haldor Laxness. Writer Halldór Kiljan Laxness was an Icelandic writer and Nobel laureate, widely considered one of Iceland's most important and influential authors. Laxness's literary career was both prolific and diverse, spanning many genres including novels, short stories, plays, poetry, and essays. He won the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1955 for his vivid epic power, which has renewed the great narrative art of Iceland. April 23, 1902, February 8, 1998, aged 95, cause of death, heart attack. George H. Hitchings, scientist. George H. Hitchings was an American scientist known for his pioneering work in the field of medicinal chemistry. His innovative research in the development of chemotherapeutic agents significantly advanced the treatment of various diseases, including malaria, leukemia, gout, and viral infections. April 18, 1905, February 27, 1998, aged 92, cause of death, heart attack. Ray Nitschke, NFL legend. A fierce competitor, he was the heart of the great Packers defense of the 1960s. He was the first defensive player from the Packers dynasty years to be elected to the Hall of Fame. December 29, 1936, January 19, 1998, aged 61, cause of death, heart attack. Benjamin Spock, pediatrician, wrote second best-selling book, Baby and Child Care. May 2, 1903, 1998, aged 94, cause of death, heart attack. Linda McCartney, musician, activist and photographer Linda Eastman became Linda McCartney on March 12, 1969, when she married Paul McCartney, then a member of the Beatles. Their marriage would last 29 years before her death from breast cancer. In her lifetime, she was a photographer, particularly of celebrity portraits, and was a noted vegetarian, forming the company Linda McCartney Foods with her husband. September 24, 1941, May 4, 1998, aged 56. Cause of death, breast cancer. Jerome Robbins, director and theater producer. Jerome Robbins was a leading 20th century choreographer for both American ballet and Broadway productions. His productions are marked by renown for his experimental choreography, often based on contemporary American life, but within the structures of classical dance. October 11, 1918, July 29, 1998, aged 79. Cause of death, heart attack. James Earl Ray, of Martin Luther King, Jr. Prior to his infamy, Ray left school at 15 and was briefly in the United States Army, serving in Germany at the end of World War II. During his life, he was convicted of a burglary in California, the armed robbery of a taxi driver in Illinois, mail fraud in Florida, and armed robbery again, this time of a store in Missouri. March 10, 1928, April 23, 1998, aged 70. Cause of death, complications related to kidney disease. Ramer Schreiber, physicist. Schreiber worked on the Manhattan Project during World War II to develop the first atomic bomb. He saw the first atomic bomb detonated in the Trinity nuclear test on 16 July 1945. Schreiber then prepared the Fat Man bomb that was used in the bombing of Nagasaki, traveling to the Pacific to assemble it. November 11, 1910, December 24, 1998, aged 88. Cause of death, heart attack. Sani Abacha, President of Nigeria. A Nigerian army general and politician who served as the de facto president of Nigeria from 1993 to 1998. His regime, although it saw dramatic economic growth, also saw widespread human rights abuse. September 20, 1943, May 4, 1998, aged 56, cause of death, breast cancer. Hedy Lamarr, actress and inventor, a contract star of MGM's Golden Age, Ecstasy, Samson and Delilah. Mathematically talented, she and composer George Antheil invented an early technique for spread-spectrum communications and frequency hopping, used for wireless communication from the pre-computer age to the present-day November 9, 1914, 2000, aged 85, cause of death, heart failure. Charles M. Schulz, cartoonist. Charles Schulz is the author of Peanuts, the much-loved cartoon series featuring the characters of Charlie Brown, Snoopy, Lucy, and Linus with his blanket. From a young age, Charles Schulz wanted to be a cartoonist. When he initially sold his cartoon Lyle Folks to United Feature Syndicate in 1950, its name was changed to Peanuts, November 26, 1922, February 12, 2000, aged 77, cause of death, complications from colon cancer. Tom Landry, NFL head coach. Regarded as one of the greatest and most innovative coaches in NFL history, he created many new formations and methods, such as the 4-3 defense. His 29 years as the coach of one team, Dallas Cowboys, are an NFL record, along with his 20 consecutive winning seasons. September 11, 1924, 2000, aged 75, cause of death, leukemia. Victor Borge, comedian and pianist. Also known as the Clown Prince of Denmark, Borge came to fame for his unique blend of music and comedy. Both of his parents were musicians, and Borge continued in this line, learning piano and performing as a classical pianist. January 3, 1909, December 23, 2000, aged 91. Claire Trevor, actress. Claire Trevor made her name in films initially as gun mall-type characters and appearing in such westerns as Stagecoach, 1939, with John Wayne. Later, she became more famous for her film noir performances in such productions as Key Largo, 1948, for which she won an Academy Award. March 8, 1910, 2000, aged 90, cause of death, respiratory failure. Douglas Fairbanks, Jr., actor and naval officer. The only son of silent film star Douglas Fairbanks Jr. was born in NYC to the elder's first wife, Anna Sully. After his parents divorced, he was raised by his mother in NY, Los Angeles, and France. December 9, 1909, May 7, 2000, aged 90. Cause of death, heart attack. John Gielgud, actor. John Gielgud, along with his contemporaries Laurence Olivier and Ralph Richardson, was one of three actors who dominated British theatre in the second half of the 20th century. April 14, 1904, May 21, 2000, age 96. Maurice Richard, ice hockey player. A right-winger for the Montreal Canadiens, Maurice "Rocket" Richard played 18 seasons in the NHL and was the first player to score 50 goals in a season and 500 goals in his career. He won 1 MVP award, was named to 13 All-Star teams, and won 8 Stanley Cups. August 4, 1921, 2000, aged 78, cause of death, abdominal cancer and Parkinson's disease. Hafez al-Assad, General and President of Syria. Hafez al-Assad was born in Syria into an Alawite family. He attended military training schools and rose up the ranks of the Syrian Air Force, eventually becoming Air Force Commander. Assad also became an active member of Syria's Ba'ath Party, an Arab nationalist political party. October 6, 1930, June 10, 2000, age 69. Cause of death, heart attack. Roberto Suarez Gomez, drug lord. Roberto Suarez Gomez was a Bolivian drug lord who oversaw the production and distribution of cocaine in the country during the 1970s and 1980s. January 8, 1932, July 20, 2000, aged 68. Cause of death, heart attack. Alec Guinness, actor. Alec Guinness was an English actor whose career began on stage, but who is best known for his film performances. He is known particularly for his collaborations with director David Lean, including Great Expectations, 1946, and Oliver Twist, 1948. April 1914. August 5, 2000, aged 86. Cause of death, liver cancer. Loretta Young, actress. The Farmer's Daughter, 1947. Come to the Stable, 1949, and Christmas Eve, 1986. January 6, 1913, 2000, aged 87. Cause of death, ovarian cancer. Karl Barks, cartoonist and author. Karl Barks was an American cartoonist and writer known for his work in creating many of the classic Disney characters, most notably the rich and adventurous Scrooge McDuck. Barks began his career at Disney Studios in the 1930s, March 27, 1901, August 25, 2000, aged 99. Paula Yates, TV personality. Paula Yates had a career as a music journalist and TV presenter on UK television, appearing on The Tube and The Big Breakfast. Yates was married to the Boomtown Rats singer Bob Geldof for 10 years before getting together with Einks singer Michael Hutchence. She died of a heroin overdose in 2000. April 24th, 1960, 2000, aged 40. Cause of death, drug overdose. Pierre Trudeau, Prime Minister of Canada. As head of the Liberal Party, he was Prime Minister of Canada twice, from 1968-1979 and from 1980-1984. A charismatic leader, he inspired Trudeau-mania in the late 1960s. October 18, 1919, 2000, aged 80. Cause of death, Parkinson's disease and prostate cancer. Sirimavo Bandaranaike, world's first female head of state. Bandaranaike was a longtime figure in Sri Lankan politics and broke ground as the first female head of state or government in world history, when she served as Prime Minister of Sri Lanka from 1960 to 1965. She would serve again in this role between 1970 and 1977 and 1994 and 2000. April 17, 1916, 2000, aged 84. Cause of death, heart attack. Steve Allen, TV personality, comedian and composer. The son of vaudeville entertainers, Steve Allen was a radio and television writer and host who created The Tonight Show. He was the first host from 1954-57 and developed many common elements of late-night talk shows. December 26, 1921, October 30, 2000, aged 78. Cause of death, injury from a car accident. Emil Zatopek, distance runner. Emil Zatopek was a Czechoslovak long-distance runner best known for his dominant performances in the 1950s. His unique and intense training methods, combined with his unmistakable racing style, with his head lolling and face showing signs of agony, made him an unforgettable figure in athletic history. September 19, 1922, November 22, 2000, aged 78. Cause of death, a stroke. Curtis Mayfield, R&B singer, songwriter Curtis Mayfield was an American singer-songwriter, guitarist, and record producer who came to fame as a member of The Impressions and as a solo artist, with songs like People Get Ready, 1965, becoming anthems of the civil rights movement. June 3, 1942, December 26, 1999, aged 57, cause of death, complications from type 2 diabetes. John F. Kennedy, Jr., publisher and lawyer, son of U.S. President John F. Kennedy and First Lady Jacqueline Kennedy, and a nephew of Senators Robert F. Kennedy and Ted Kennedy. He died in a plane crash along with his wife Carolyn Jean Bissett and her elder sister Lauren on July 16, 1999. November 25, 1960 to 1999, aged 38, cause of death, plane crash. Wilt Chamberlain, NBA legend, played center for the Philadelphia San Francisco Warriors, the Philadelphia 76ers, and the Los Angeles Lakers of the NBA, and is widely considered one of the greatest and most dominant players in NBA history. He is the only player to score 100 points in a single game, and he won 2 NBA championships and 4 MVP awards. August 21, 1936 to 1999, age 63. Cause of death: congestive heart failure. Walter Payton, NFL running back. Walter Payton is regarded as one of the most prolific running backs in NFL history. In his 13-year professional career, Payton held many records, including career rushing yards, touchdowns, carries, yards from scrimmage, all-purpose yards, and he retired with the most receptions by a non-receiver. July 25, 1954, November 1, 1999, aged 45. Cause of death: bile duct cancer. Jim Peters Marathon. Jim Peters was a British marathon runner who set new records for the sport, but also suffered one of the most